Okay, before we begin, also I just want to show you some calculator tips on the TI-nspire. Let's say you are working on problem number 1 and you're doing whatever in this question. Okay, obviously something more difficult than that. But if you want to move on and not have to get confused with your work over here. So say, for example, problem number 2 had something to do with logs, log 4, and that's a completely different question altogether. It can get confusing if you do everything on one screen. Okay, so make sure you're utilizing your calculator so you can have like another page. So maybe you can do the log question over here. Okay, and then once you have the log question over here, you can just go back to the first one if you need to reference it. Also, do notice the following. If you do 5, store it into x. Okay, so you do 4x, that stays there. So if you do another page, at calculator, x is already defined, which is maybe something you don't want to happen. Okay, so another thing you can do without deleting all of this, you can go to doc and let's go to insert a new problem. Okay, and in this new problem, x is not defined yet. Okay, so notice that x was defined over here. Okay, but in problem 2, x is not defined. So that may be useful as you go along, but I do advise you to use different pages. Feel free to use the new problem one. You won't run into this variable issue often, so maybe nothing to worry about too much. However, this allows you to toggle between the questions at much easier speed instead of going up 100 different entries throughout the exam. Also, just keep in mind that if you do Control Up, you can see everything laid out like this. Okay, so do utilize the calculator properly. It'll save you a lot of time and anguish. Okay.